Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's time for another unboxing of one of my dozen plus boxes now of my inherited movie collection. So today we'll be looking at box number 4, plus a bonus box, which is awesome. So over this past weekend, my wife ended up getting a text from Dr. B, the person who basically gave me all these movies, and she said, "Hey, I found another small box if Brandon's interested," which of course I was interested. So we ended up driving by and picking up a smaller box here than what normally we have been going through, but still another box nonetheless. And so I figured it would be good to pair this kind of half a box or this bonus box with box number 4, which is also a smaller one, just like the last two. It's another Arizona iced tea one. And I think this is going to be, I guess I have one more smallish box to do later on. But yeah, so we're looking at box 4 plus a bonus box, which is awesome. So hopefully I'll have a lot of good gems in these two boxes as well, but we'll see where the video takes us. Let's find out what we're going to unbox here. So if you guys have been enjoying this inherited movie series, please give this video a like down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into box 4 and box 4.5, I guess, of my inherited movie collection. Let's start with the smaller bonus box here, and I'll go with the first one on the side. So first up is The Matrix. So obviously this is a fantastic movie, one of my favorites. It's funny because The Matrix is one of only two movies, I think, maybe 3 now, I don't remember, but that made it into what we were calling the Cinefessions Hall of Fame, which simply meant that it was one of the few movies that received 4 stars, because we were using a 4-star scale at that point for the podcast. It's the only one that received 4 stars from all of us on the panel. So yeah, really love The Matrix, a favorite of mine, but I do have that one, so it will go into the donate pile. And let's continue on here. These ones are quite dusty, so I'll be basically what I've been doing is after I'm done filming, I go through all of them with like Windex wipes and then dry them off with a paper towel so that everything is good and clean, which is good. But next up is Blood Rain. So this is a Uwe Boll film, and I really feel like I own this one, but I need to check my movie app. So let me double check real quick. So I do own Blood Rain, but it's on a triple movie feature. So I don't know if I want to keep this one or not. What's really cool about this though, is that it actually comes with the complete version of Blood Rain 2 on PC, which is absolutely amazing. Like, what a cool ad. So, I mean, I'm tempted to keep it, but I do already own it. So I guess it would make sense to donate/sell this one. So I'll probably put that one in that pile, but a really cool just version of that because it comes with the PC version included, so that's always fun. Next up is Blood Surf, so another one kind of like last week's box with a big monster movie, and this looks a lot of fun. Follow an MTV style filmmaker as she and her crew shoot an expose of the latest most dangerous craze in extreme sports, blood surfing. Okay, this sounds great. Let me see. This is in widescreen, so I will be holding on to Blood Surf. Yeah, good copy here. So I'm going to hold on to Blood Surf, my first keep of the day. That's good. And then, ooh, Bloody Murder 2. This is awesome, but I believe I also have this one in one of those movie packs, if I'm not mistaken. But it might be one that I actually don't have in my movie app here. Yeah, I don't. So I'm going to hold on to this one for now because I have like some movies in binders that don't have any cases to them because either I've lost them or they were ones I bought from when I worked at Family Video that just didn't come with their real cases. And so those ones are not included in my movie app. So I might hold on to this one just for now to make sure I don't already own it. Oh, but then you look on the back and you see it's a full screen presentation. So unfortunately, I will not be keeping Bloody Murder 2. This one will go into the donate pile. Next up is, ooh, this looks interesting. This looks like an anime. All right, never heard of this. Cyborg 009, I'm guessing is how you would say that. The first 8 original episodes of Cyborg 009, unedited and uncut. This is really cool, and it's in widescreen. It's a 2-disc set right there. You can see on the back both all the episodes listed out. Yeah, I am definitely holding on to this. This is awesome. Do you guys know anything about Cyborg 009 or 009? Let me know because this looks really cool. I don't have a big anime collection at all, so it's always cool to add things to that. Oh my gosh, it's my girl. I am a huge Taylor Swift fan, and I am not ashamed to admit it. I love T Swift. So yes, it feels really... No, it's not. No. It is one of... I've only had 2 so far since doing these 4 boxes, or 3+ boxes, that there's not a disc. And of course, one that's not in here is Taylor Swift. Oh, this is a little bit heartbreaking. I'm actually going to hold on to this because I'm going to have my wife text Dr. B and see if maybe she knows where this disc is, because she did mention that if there are any without discs, she might have them at home. So I am absolutely holding on to this and just hoping and praying that I can find the disc for this, because I'm a huge Swiftie and I'm not ashamed to admit it. So we're going to move on though from there. Next up, we have Dead Men Walking. So this looks like a horror movie, or a zombie movie, maybe, which is always cool with me. Oh my gosh, this is Asylum. How did I not know this? There's the infamous logo right there, so there's not even a question about this. 100% holding on to. It's in full screen, but honestly, it's Asylum, so I'm going to have to keep it anyway. I want to look this one up, though, after we're done going through this box and see what this is, because I don't recognize any of the actors. I don't recognize the director on this, but it's Asylum, so I'm surprised I hadn't heard of this before. So Dead Men Walking, that is going to go into the keep pile. Actually, I'm going to put it in the maybe pile just because I want to check out and see if it is actually full screen or not, because some of those older ones could be, so we'll see. And then we have, the Wes Craven film, Deadly Friend. This one, if I'm not mistaken, was recently just released on Scream Factory Collector's Edition, which I'm typing in Scream Factory instead of Deadly Friend. And I do not own this one, so I will definitely be... Okay, it's in there. I was a little concerned. So I will be holding on to Deadly Friend. It is one that has a remainder mark on the back, but that's okay. Doesn't matter to me. So yeah, Deadly Friend. Let me just double check. Yep, it is in widescreen. So this is a Wes Craven film I don't have, which is awesome, because I have not picked up the Scream Factory Blu-ray yet. So once I get that, I can then get rid of that one. But in the meantime, I at least have access to it in my collection. Oh, this looks fantastic. Oh no, it's in full screen. That is very disappointing. This looks amazing. Deadly Species. Okay, I'm putting this one in the maybe pile because I want to check and see if full screen is its original aspect ratio, but given that it's, man, it's probably not, because it says it's formatted down there. That is super disappointing because this looks really cool, right up my alley. So Deadly Species is going to go into the maybe, and we'll revisit it after we're done here just to see if that's the OAR or not. OAR, original aspect ratio. And then we have Death Games, and yes, this is an Asylum. I have heard of this one before, and it's in widescreen. Oh yes, I am so excited about this. Death Games. So this is a like mockbuster style film of Mad Max, and I am very excited about it. It's Mad Max for the new millennium. So these are like the old school Asylum where they don't like compare themselves to 2 other movies, but this is great. Yes, very happy. My Asylum collection is growing and growing. I am going to carve out like its own spot in my collection for my Asylum films because I'm getting so many of them. It makes me so happy. And then we have another one in widescreen with Jenna Jameson is in this one with Bobby Phillips and Richard Grieco. This is Evil Bread, The Legend of Samhain? I don't know. Cannibals wreak havoc on Jenna Jameson. Oh yeah, in widescreen from 2002. Take a look at the back. This is fantastic. Of course, I've never heard of this one before, but I'm 100% keeping this one. So Evil Breed, The Legend of Samhain, or something along those lines, but that's a must keep. And then we have Evil Eyes. Another Adam Baldwin movie here. This is widescreen. Jeff Sten has the power to rewrite the future, but the devil has already written the ending. In the vein of Stephen King's The Shining. Okay. What? This is another Asylum film. How have I not heard of these? With Adam Baldwin. There's the logo. Oh, where is it? There it is. Right there. I'm going to find it eventually. This is another Asylum film, and I'm kind of blown away that I really didn't think that I would come across a lot of Asylum films that I didn't know or didn't recognize, but this is another one. So, yes. Awesome. Very excited about this, and it's widescreen, so definitely holding on to that one. Evil Eyes. Oh my gosh. So many from Asylum in this box. This is an awesome box for me. Oh my god, this looks amazing too. Like, what a great box. Okay, this is called Drainiac. Never heard of this either, but this looks awesome. When Julia Ashbrook helps her father fix up a helplessly run-down house, she is clearly unaware of horrors that are about to follow. Oh man, this is great. Now, it doesn't say if it's in widescreen or full screen, so that's a little bit disappointing, but honestly, I'm just going to hold on to it either way because this looks really interesting. Take a look at the back there. Drainiac, another one. If you've heard about it, let me know because this looks really cool. So, this has been an awesome box. So this is Fort Doom, Where the Dead Live. 1867. It's a Civil War. Is this a horror film? It doesn't look like it. Terrorized by a gruesome killer. It just looks like a... I don't even know. Fort Doom. But the girls find themselves stranded miles away from their destination as no traveler dares approach the deadly fort, rumored to be terrorized by a gruesome killer. It almost gives me like slasher vibes. Is this a Western slasher? I don't know. It's full screen though. I'm going to put it in the maybe pile because I want to see if that's the OAR or not. So Fort Doom. Just some awesome movies in this pile. This movie is fantastic. There is a bunch of dust on this, but The Hills Run Red is so good. And actually, this is another one that Asylum. I have Asylum on the brain. This is another one that Scream Factory released recently, but I can't remember if I bought the Scream Factory version or not, but I think I have this one on DVD already. Yes, I do. Is this the DVD or the Blu-ray? Yeah, so I own the DVD of this already, this exact version, so I will be donating this one. But if you haven't seen Hills Run Red, this is a really good one. It is like, they mix in like it's like a filmmaking horror movie. It's really done well. It's a slasher film. Awesome movie. So definitely check that one out if you've missed it. And then we have, oh, this is cool, a Howling double feature. Howling 5, The Rebirth, and Howling 6, The Freaks. Oh no, they're full screen versions. Oh, man, that's disappointing. Another one. Well, I'm going to put it in the maybe for now because maybe that's the OAR. I'm sure it's not, but I just want to double check before I get rid of it. All right, so what is... Man, this has a big old sticker on it, so I can't really... Insight of Evil? Insight of Evil, no idea. A young girl murdered, a dark spirit reborn. Something has come back. So, oh my gosh, you guys, this is Asylum also. How have I not heard of these? It looks like a lot of these are like early 2000s Asylum, which tend to be pretty darn fun. I had a great time with them as I was watching some of them for my 13 days of Halloween. But I don't know if this one is full screen or widescreen. I don't know. Another receipt in here for this. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to hold on to it because it's Asylum, but I'm going to put it in the maybe pile just so I can take a look at it at the end to see if it's, if I can figure out if it's widescreen or full screen. But yeah, really cool. Another Asylum one. Insight of Evil. I don't know how I've not heard of these Asylum movies before. I would consider myself pretty well versed in Asylum, and I'm coming across a bunch I hadn't heard of. So, okay, so here's a bunch of these like thin case ones. So if anything, these will be ones that I just keep the disc and put it in a binder. So we have Casablanca Express and Cafe Express. I don't know anything about these. When Nazi terrorists hijack a World War II train and take Winston Churchill hostage. Okay, yeah, I will be getting rid of these two, it looks like. So there's that. And then we have Cell Block Girls and Cockfighter. Again, I know nothing about either of these, but they don't really look like my type of film. When 4 desperate women escape from a brutal and corrupt prison and wind up stranded in a treacherous swampland. That's interesting, but it's another one I think I can get rid of. And then we have, The Lone Ranger. That's interesting. And then The Big Lift, directed by George Seaton. I feel like I've heard of that one before, but I don't know it. I don't know it well, so I'm going to get rid of that one too. And then the last one of here, we have Ninja Champion and The Headhunter. Looks like 2 martial arts films, potentially, but yeah, both of these are not ones that I need. I'm just kind of curious what they... Oh yeah, both on one DVD. Yeah, these will be ones that I just end up donating, so let's move on here. We have an empty plastic bag. That's always fun. Woof, so much dust. Oh, this is cool. Hellboy. So Hellboy is a movie where, like, I have tried to watch this film. I can't even tell you how many times, and I've always fallen asleep for it. I don't know why. I really like Guillermo del Toro. I mean, I don't know why. This one just hasn't worked for me, but this is actually a pretty nice release of this. It looks like it's a 2-disc special edition, so I'm going to open it up and just take a look inside. Yeah, just nothing special on the inside, I guess, but it's pretty heavy, so I thought there might have been something inside of it. But anyway, this is one that I do own on Blu-ray behind me, so I will be donating that one. And then what do we have here? Okay, Freddy vs. Jason. I love this movie. It's a ton of fun. I do own that one on Blu-ray. Here, let's just go through all these at once here. So we have Friday the 13th Part 2, Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives, Jason Goes to Hell, and Jason X, a fantastic film. Yeah, so I love all the Friday the 13th movies, but obviously I already own those all on Blu-ray, so those ones will be going. You know, it's funny because as much as I like the Friday the 13th films, I still have not bought the Scream Factory release of them. I don't know what it is. It's just, I have the tin, which was super hard to find and was worth a ton of money before Scream Factory announced their edition of it. And so, like, I've never upgraded for whatever reason, which I know I should because they're better transfers. There's a lot more special features. It's not happened. It has been as low as like what, $80 or $90, and I still haven't pulled the trigger. I'm probably dumb. I probably should. It just hasn't. I just haven't. So I don't know. Anyway, The Vampire Happening, filled with torture chambers and man traps, starring Pia Dijamark. I have no idea. Freddie Francis directs, based on an idea by Karl Heinz Hummer from 1974. Well, this is very interesting, but I don't know anything about this. You know what? This is so interesting that I'm going to hold on to it because it just is weird. And I think this alpha video I think that might have been where I was getting some other cool finds in the last boxes. So I'm going to hold on to The Vampire Happening and maybe find out what that's all about. Oh, I got one more of these double features. So we have Carnage and Class Reunion Massacre. So this one sounds interesting with this Class Reunion Massacre on it. It looks 6 people are trapped within the confines of their old high school during their 10th high school reunion with a psychotic masked preacher who kills them all for the sinful lives they have made for themselves. All right. I think I'm going to binder this one. So that one's going in a binder. So I'm going to put that over here and move on. So we have one more. And from this bonus box, and this is a 4-film vampire collector set. So on this we have Shadow Zone, The Undead Express, Vampire Wars, Battle for the Universe, Nadja perhaps, and then The Case of Whitechapel Vampire. This is from Echo Bridge, and I am relatively certain that I already own this one. And you know what? I think it's missing. No, I guess there's 2. It's only 1 disc and it's double-sided, so I guess there's 2 movies on each side. So yeah, this one is one that I'm like 99% certain I have, so this one will be donated as well. So that is box numero bonus, or 4.5, I don't know, whatever. That's that one. So let's move on to the next box and see what else we have. Before we move on to the next box, actually, I did some research, so let's just talk about some of the maybe ones from this pile. So Inside of Evil, which actually has a sequel, which is really cool, but this one is the original aspect ratio of full screen. Now, it doesn't say what it is on the back, but I'm assuming it's going to be full screen, and again, this was Asylum, so keeping that one. Dead Man Walking, unfortunately, this one is from, I think, like 05, I think it said, and this one it does have a full screen presentation on the DVD, but it is not a full screen movie. So that one, even though it's Asylum, because it's not the original aspect ratio, I am going to go ahead and donate that. Deadly Species is weird. So this one does not have an aspect ratio listed on IMDb. So I don't know what it is, but because it's so interesting, I'm going to guess it was like a straight to video movie. I'm gonna guess that it was probably in full screen, even though it is from 02. So I'm gonna hold on to this one anyway. And then Fort Doom, another one, full screen DVD, full screen original aspect ratio, holding on to that. And then the weird one here is Howling 5 and Howling 6 double feature. So Howling 5 is not originally in 1.33 to 1. That's 1.85 to 1. But Howling 6 is 1.33 to 1 aspect ratio. So one of these is in their OAR while the other one isn't. Now, if it was 2 discs, I might just keep the Howling 6 disc and binder it, but I'm going to hold on to this because this is, I feel like, a little bit more difficult to find, and so it's kind of interesting to have in the collection. So even though one of them is not in the original aspect ratio, I will still hold on to this one. So that is going into the keep pile. And then I did look up Class Reunion Massacre. It looks like it's a late 70s slasher film, but I don't know what the presentation is on this, and so I am just going to keep that one but put it in a binder. So those were the results from that bonus box. Now let's, like I said earlier, move on to the next box here. All right, so the next box here is another one of the Arizona iced tea boxes. So there's 2 columns, and I'm going to do all of these first. There are a bunch of thin ones here. Most of these will likely be donated, but let's go through and see. So the first one here is Dr. Tar's Torture Dungeon and Dr. Butcher, MD. So I'm going to hold on to this one. So this is pretty interesting. I'm going to binder that one. So let's put that in the binder pile. Then we have Carnage and Class Reunion Massacre. I already have that, so I'm going to donate that one. Attack of the Giant Leeches. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know about this one. I feel like I probably had this one because it's one of those, I'm guessing, like copyright-free ones at this point, public domain. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and donate that one. Then we have Bloodlust. I don't know anything about this. I am going to donate that one. The Beast of Yucca Flats. Now, this is interesting. Fans of The Incredible Hulk will love this early 60s horror film. Okay, I'm going to put that one in the binder pile as well. The Giant Gila Monster, another classic. Just like the quality on the back just looks terrible. I'm going to end up donating that one. And then a Roger Corman classic, Bucket of Blood. Another one I own already on another like Corman set, so I will donate that. So I'm going to binder a couple of those just because they look too interesting not to. So the other 3 I want to show next are actually old family video cases. So this is a lot of the ones I already have bindered currently. They came like this. So first one here with no cover art is, I'm dropping it all over. Let me get it spun around here. This is Desolation. So I don't know anything about this one. Desolation from 2017. It's actually a Scream Factory release. Okay, that's good enough. That will go into a binder. And then we have, oh, this one is Arrival. I'm assuming it is the like sci-fi film Arrival, which I do own on Blu-ray, so I will be donating that one. And then last but not least is Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. I do have a full series review on 4K or of the 4K set of Resident Evil, so that one will be donated as well. So all right, with those out of the way, let's get into some of the real like regular ones here. And first up is one I'm hoping that I don't have already, because this is a really cool ad if I don't. This is Tommyknockers, the complete series, the complete mini series. Is it in there? Yep, it is. Okay, it's just not opened on the top, which is weird. It's pretty light. So yeah, this is awesome. This is full frame, but I am gonna bet that this is originally done in full frame because it was a mini series. So let me just double check real quick and see. Let me just double check real quick and see if I own it or if it's in full frame. So this is one that I do not own, and it is the original aspect ratio. Definitely holding on to Stephen King's The Tommyknockers. That's really cool. Oh, another one here. I always miss them because they're hard to see. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Lon Chaney as the Hunchback. This one I might hold on. I'm gonna binder this one just because that's interesting with Lon Chaney as the Hunchback. So I'm gonna hold on to that. And then we have Tom Savini, Vicious. In nature, you're either the predator or the prey, a Matt Green film. So this looks interesting, and it's in widescreen. So yeah, I'm going to hold on to that. I love Tom Savini. So yeah, definitely keep... This is one of those old rental cases from a local store. I don't know if other places used it. Oh, actually, it's Hollywood Video. So there's that. So I'll hopefully be able to swap the case out on that one. But that looks really cool. Oh, this is awesome. Shredder, Death to Snowboarders. This is amazing, and it's in widescreen. Thank goodness. Definitely holding on to Shredder. I always remember seeing this. Did I get this one already in an earlier box? I don't know, but I'm gonna hold on to it, and then if I did, I'll just correct myself at the very end here. But Shredder, another really cool ad, like a snowboarding slasher film, which is just fun. Another thin one here of The Killer Shrews. I will go ahead and donate that one. Wrong Turn, an awesome movie, really love it, but I do own that one on Blu-ray, so I'll be putting that one in that donate pile. Oh, this is really cool. Killer Buzz. This cover is like so memorable to me, but it's in full screen, so I have to double check this one at the end and see if this is the OAR or not. So I will put that in the maybe pile. But look at that amazing cover art. Like, I always wanted to see this one when I was younger, so definitely going in the maybe pile, and I'm hope for the best. And then we have American Mummy. This is a movie that I see at like wherever I'm talking, Disc Replay all the time, and I don't know much about it, but it's actually a Wild Eye releasing film, which I do have a number of those in my collection, so I'm gonna hold on to this one. It looks interesting enough to hold on to. So American Mummy is going into the keep pile. And then we have The Wake, Some Mistakes Haunt You. This looks like a Dollar Tree. Yeah, this is Midnight Releasing. So actually Midnight Releasing and Wild Eye Releasing, I believe, are actually the same company. They might have, I don't know, they maybe release different types of movies. I don't know what the difference is, but yeah, so this is interesting. 5 friends attend the wake of a young boy that they accidentally killed a few days earlier. Okay, you know, I'm going to keep this one. It looks interesting enough, so I'm going to hold on to The Wake and see what that's all about. And then we have Hunted. 3 out of 4 stars from Toronto Star. The Immortal Son, maybe a Omen-style film. A shy teenager with a taste for blood seeks refuge in a small town in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. It's just, I can't keep all of these like dollar store looking ones. I'm gonna go ahead and donate that one, even though I don't have it. Again, if you've seen it and you think, man, that's actually pretty good, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, and then we have Dolph Lundgren in Don't Kill It. When an ancient demon is accidentally unleashed in the sparsely populated Mississippi town of wherever, their only hope of survival lies in Dolph Lundgren's hands. So, man, this is tough because I don't know. It's probably not terrible, but let me know. I'm putting it in the donate pile for now, but let me know if I should hold on to it. And then we have Alien Convergence. We have Visitors. So this is Asylum. Awesome. I wonder if this had a different name at some point, because I don't recognize this title at all. An action-packed thrill ride in the tradition of Godzilla and Independence Day in original widescreen presentation. Awesome. Absolutely holding on to this one. Take a look at the back. Obviously a mockbuster for Godzilla, I would assume. So yeah, really interested to see what this one is all about. I want to see if there's another title for this, because it doesn't ring a bell, and a lot of their mockbusters are ones I'm familiar with. And then we have Blood in the Water. Willa Holland, I don't recognize. Don't Get In Too Deep. Crime looks gorgeous in the Hollywood Hills set thriller. Okay, sounds interesting. Man, I don't know. I don't recognize a single person on here. Take a look at the back. I think I'm going to go ahead and donate this one. I don't recognize Level 33 Entertainment. I don't know. I have to donate that one as well. And then we have Army of Frankensteins, The North, the South, the Undead. This is Scream Factory, so definitely keeping that one. That's really cool. Yeah, this looks really fun. I know I've heard of this one before, but I don't think I own it, so I'm going to hold on to Army of Frankensteins. Let me just double check and see if I own that one, because it does sound so familiar. I don't own it, so holding on to it. And then we have The Intruders. So Miranda Cosgrove. She looks familiar. That's not the girl? No, it's not. I recognize her, but I don't know from what. Actually, I recognize a couple people in this one, but I can't actually place how I know them. Every town has its secrets, as college student learns when she and her dad move into a musty old house. Man, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I keep it? Should I donate it? I think I'm going to put it in the donate pile for now, and then let you guys tell me otherwise. So, halfway done with that box. Let's see. Oh, we got a couple more slim ones here, so let me grab these out. Actually, a few more, it looks like. Okay, I think that's all of them. So, we have Satanic Rites of Dracula with Christopher Lee. Man, I believe I have this one. It's in full. I'm going to donate that one. Night of the Shark with Treat Williams. I have to put this in the maybe pile to see what that one is all about. And then, oh man, Capture of Bigfoot and the Alpha Incident. This looks absurd on the back. I have to show this to you guys. I don't know. I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. It might be a binder one. I'll have to look into these and see what they are. Just too weird just to pass up. So, ooh, speaking of sharks, we have Shark Zone. And this one is from 2003. Directed by Danny Lerner, but I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's in the original. What the aspect ratio is on here. Oh, it's been modified so to fit your screen. So it's going to be full screen. I am going to get rid of Shark Zone. The Shaft. Why do I feel like I just picked this one in another box here? Naomi Watts. but it's full screen. And I feel like the last one may have been full screen as well. So full screen, I'm going to end up getting rid of The Shaft. So whether I have it or not, it doesn't really matter. Then we have The Witching, another just dollar store movie. I am going to donate this one. I don't know. Nothing about this looks very interesting, so I'm just going to donate it. Ooh, Leeches, a David DeCoteau. Am I saying that right? DeCoteau film? I recognize that name. I want to say he does a lot of like low budget horror films. Oh, and it's from The Asylum as well. I don't know how. There are so many Asylum films I have not heard of. You can see its tiny little logo right there. So yeah, I'm holding on to this one. I don't see the aspect ratio noted on the back here. So I'm going to hope for the best. Oops, falling out. Okay. This looks good. So yeah, I don't know. Leeches. Another one in another rental case, but I'm going to hold on to that one. I'm going to put it in the maybe pile, though, just because I want to see if it talks about the aspect ratio at all. But it's from 03, so I'm guessing it's probably just going to be another one of those full screen ones. Oh, very cool. Lake Placid versus Anaconda. So I'm definitely keeping this one because I did find Anaconda 2, I think, in another box. So yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. Lake Placid versus Anaconda. Like, what a silly idea. That's probably a blast. So holding on to that one. Paranormal Activity 3. I really like this one, but I do own on Blu-ray, so I will be donating that one. We have Blade, House of a Word I Cannot Say. I'm not even going to try it. You guys can see it there. And I want to say I own this in a 4-pack already. Let me just look real quick, I guess. So this is a weird one, and I don't really have an answer. This is the like pilot episode of the series, which was like a feature-length film. So I don't know if I own this already or not. I'm fairly certain I do because I have Blade the series, I guess, but I don't know if that's just like the movie or the actual full series. So I need to do some research after the fact, and I will let you guys know. I'll just put a note up here at this point and say if I've kept this one or not. So for now, I'll just put it in the maybe pile. So we'll move on from that and see what we have next. We have Hell at Heathridge. Okay, another dollar store looking movie here, but Kent State University Independent Films. So that's kind of interesting, but it doesn't, I don't know, nothing about this cover is making me too intrigued. I am going to donate that one. And then we have Lucy with ScarJo, which I love, but this is actually a really great movie, but I do own that one on either Blu-ray or I want to say Blu-ray, and it's a great movie. Creature of Darkness with Devon Sawa. I do own this one, so I will be donating it. I've actually not seen this one yet, so I can't speak to it, but yeah, looks interesting based on the cover design there. And then next up is Godzilla, King of the Monsters. I actually own all of the Godzilla films, so I don't need this one. So another one that will be donated. All right, I just watched Shrek today, so this is fitting. This is Ogre, and it says, no donkey, no fairy tale, just terror. This looks awesome, and it's in full frame. Like, yeah. Ogre follows a group of traveling teenagers who stumble upon a small, ageless village. Here they find a paradise of immortality. Okay, yeah, definitely keeping this one. This looks very interesting. So Ogre looks like a lot of fun. Holding on to that one. Getting toward the end here. Wedding Slashers. This is another one that I always see when I'm at Disc Replay, but I always put it back just because it doesn't look that interesting. Or like, I don't know, it doesn't look that great, I guess, on the back. But because it's in this box and I don't have to pay for it, I am going to hold on to it and see what it's all about. This is One Wedding You Don't Want to Crash. So it looks like a slasher film meets a wedding movie. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to hold on to it just because I do recognize it from Disc Replay. Then we have Return to House on Haunted Hill. I want to say I own this one already. It was loose, but the disc looks fine. I got to see this one. I got to see if I own this one or not because I just don't know. It is super... I feel like I do, but I'm going to check. I actually don't own this one, so that's awesome. I will definitely be holding on to Return to House on Haunted Hill. Oh, okay, I'm going to do those ones last. That's really cool. Let me do this one first here. This is another thin one. Oval Portrait and Devil's Daughter. Don't know anything of either of these, and I will go ahead and donate that one. And then we have Boa with Dean Cain. So I think I talked about this before, but I have a 4-pack that has like the 2 Python movies, Boa and something else on it. So I do own this one. I will be donating it. And then we have Night Skies. I actually just picked this one up recently from Disc Replay. So, or no, you know what? It was Disc Replay. I think I have it in my one of my hauls coming up here that I haven't shown yet. I think it was while I was on vacation. So, Night Skies, cool one that I will donate because I do own it already. So, all right. So the last three here are all of the 8 Films to Die For series, which is very awesome. This first one is Unearthed, and a vicious creature that's been trapped for 900 years gets unearthed during an archaeological dig. Awesome. I don't think I own this one, but let me just double check really quick. Nope. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Nope, I don't. So I would definitely be holding on to Unearthed. Did I show the back? That looks awesome. Another of the 8 Films to Die For. So I love when I get these. And this one has the slipcover with it, which is even better. This is Lake Dead, and I really feel like I do own this one already. It's not in my collection app, but I feel like maybe I just have the disc. Either way, I'm going to hold on to this one because it has the slipcover with it, and it's complete. And then last but not least, you know what? I've actually seen this one, if I'm not mistaken. This is The Deaths of Ian Stone. An otherwise ordinary night, the young Ian Stone encounters a mysterious creature and is forced into the path of an oncoming train. I want to say, yeah, it's like a Groundhog Day thing where he keeps having to like relive his death. And so yeah, this one I thought was pretty good. I don't remember it being a favorite of mine from the After Dark Horror Fest series, but obviously I will keep it. I'm 100% sure I don't own this one already. So yeah, The Deaths of Ian Stone. As long as I can get this off of here, it does come with the slipcover, which is great. So yeah, very happy to have this. I love when I get these After Dark films. Like, they are so much fun. So yeah, that's the last one. That's going to do it for that box as well. So yeah, I have a big old pile here I want to pick up and show you guys. But yeah, I think box 4 and the bonus box was a big success. But let me talk about some of the maybes. Let me do a little bit of research here and see if I'm keeping some of those. Okay, so the only loser from that group is Killer Buzz. This one is not in its original aspect ratio, so I will be getting rid of that one, unfortunately. But the other ones here, Leeches, I cannot find what the aspect ratio is on the box, so I'm just going to hold on to it because it's Asylum, and then Night of the Shark, or Night of the Sharks, I think it's actually called, and then this like weird Alpha Incident. It's actually a Bill Rebane double feature, who's the director, and they just look too interesting. Again, I don't know what the aspect ratio is, so I'm just going to binder those two and hope for the best when I get around to them. But yeah, Leeches is going to stay in the collection. So those were all of my maybes from this box. All right, so there is box number 4 and the bonus box, which I will just include one stat that covers both of them that lists everything I ended up keeping, but that's a big old pile of movies there. So you guys should now be seeing how many I'm keeping, how many I'm putting in binders. So I'm keeping them, they're just not going to go into my main collection, they're going to go into a binder, and then how many I am donating / selling. So yes, I think I have a really good number of keeps in this pile, and so many films from the Asylum to add to that portion of my collection, which just makes me so happy. Like, just an awesome couple of boxes here. But let me know down in the comments below if there's any from my donate pile that I should be keeping, because this time around there are quite a few donates that are ones that I don't already own, but they just didn't look that great. So let me know those ones that I should hold on to down in the comments below. I always appreciate those, so thank you for that support. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a like down below. That really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.